Hi everyone. Just thought it'd be nice if we went through the answers together for a change, because this is the hardest lesson that I've set you so far. So instead of giving you the answers in a list, I'm actually going to go through them as well. Hopefully that's helpful. So let's go through it. So if you get your answers up, and hopefully you can watch this video and also look at your answers at the same time, you can mark your work. So this lesson is all about using formulas, and it's talking about a hire company, and it's saying here that they're charging £2 a day and £5 extra. So for 6 days, £2 a day, so that's 6 times 2 plus the 5, so that's 12 plus 5. So I'm making that £17 for hiring it in part A. Part B, what about 10 days? So that is £2 per day plus the 5. So that is 20 plus the 5. I'm getting £25 for 10 days. So that's part B. And then part C, which of these rules is correct? Well, looking across, we're looking for £2 a day. So we're looking to multiply the number of days by 2 and then add on 5. So that is the correct rule. So let's just look at that. It says 2 times the number of days and then add on 5. So that's what we want. So it's obviously going to get a little bit more difficult now. So if we move ourselves down, this time they're giving us the formula just in algebra. So that says 5 times the number of days plus 6. I don't know why they've decided to use h for number of days. That's a bit annoying, but they have. So 5 times h plus 6. That's 5 times the number of days. Add on another 6. So we've got, for part A, 5 times the number of days, which in this case is 3, add on 6. So that is 15 plus 6, which is 21. Part B, £5 per day, 6 days, add on the 6 at the end, that is £36. Should probably put a pound sign in front of that, but never mind. And then part C, it says copy and complete this hire card. So that is, I've already said it, £5 per day plus an extra £6 at the end. Don't know if you can read that, but £5 per day plus an extra £6. Okay, moving on. We've got another rule here, and it's £3 per day plus £5. So that's £3 per day plus £5. So for part 8, we're going to do 3 times 10 plus the 5, which is 35. So that's for part A. For part B, we're doing 3 times 20, because we're doing 20 days, £3 per day, add on the 5, so that's 65. And then part C, what is the charge for hiring the sander for 4 days? So 3 times 4 plus the 5 is 17. So there you go, there's your answers. I'm just changing the number of days each time. So the first question, it was 10 days, 20 days and 4 days, but the other parts of the formula are staying the same. Part D is quite hard. It says if you have £20, what's the longest you could hire the sander for? So clearly you're not going to be able to hire it for 10 days, because that's more than 20. 4 days might be the maximum, but should we try 5 days? See if that works. So 3 times 5 plus 5 is 15 plus 5, which is 20. So as I suspected, 5 is the answer there, because if you got £20, then 5 days is going to work. Do it exactly. All right. Let's do the other half. Can I just remind you that I set you this task for 25 minutes. Now, if you did all that and it took you 25 minutes, that's fine. You don't need to carry on. You just need to spend the amount of time that I'm saying on it, unless you're enjoying it, in which case feel free. But you do not need to spend an hour or 2 on this activity if that's how long it takes you, okay? It says at the top here, it says I have allocated time for each task. If it takes longer and you don't mind the challenge, that's great. But if you're struggling and you don't manage to complete it, please don't worry. We will work at different places. So after 25 minutes, you can just stop wherever you've got to. But some of you are really quick, so we will carry on. All right. So for part A, we've got a formula which is P equals 4H, which means 4 times H and h in this case is 6. So that is 4 times 6, which is 24. Part B, h plus 11, so that's 6 plus 11, which is 17. Part C, there's a little helpful bubble here. It says h over 2 means h divided by 2. So that's 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So these are all different formulas, but for the same number of days. So D, still using h is 6. This time we're doing 6 plus 3, because that's what the formula says, which is 9. E, this is h divided by 3. So that's 6 divided by 3, which is 2. And then F, we've got 10h, or 10 times h, 60. So there you go, there's 6 answers there for each part of the question. This time we've got to work out what M is using the same formula, but F is changing. Alright, so the formula is staying the same, but what we're putting into it is changing, so what we are substituting into it. So I'm just going to write the formula out because it hasn't actually printed very well. So this is the formula. To get M, we must take F and then add 12 to it. So in part A, F is 8, so 8 plus 12 is equal to 20. In part B, F is 10, so 10 plus 12 is equal to 22. In part C, F is equal to 2, so 2 plus 12 is equal to 14. And in part D, F is equal to 0, so 0 plus 12 is equal to 12. And that's the first question, which doesn't mention anything about hiring. That's totally separate. Alright. And as we get harder and harder, what we'll do is probably have less and less context, so there won't be anything other than the algebra in the question. Alright, then question 6, we've got a new rule, which is that G is equal to 2h plus 8. Now that really is quite hard, so let's think about what that means. It means we're going to take whatever h is, we're going to multiply it by 2, and then we're going to add 8 on. Also, we're substituting in to get h. So we're substituting into h. So 2 times whatever h is plus the 8, that's what G is. So we are given in the first question that h is 10. So we want to do 2 lots of 10 plus the 8. That's 20 plus 8 is 28. Part B, what about when h is 5? So we're doing this calculation because that's what h is this time. H is 5 rather than 10 as it was in the first question. So h is 5. 2 times 5 is 10 plus the 8 is 18. And part C, h is now 100. So it's 2 times 100 plus the 8 is obviously 208. And part D, h is now 4. So it's 2 times by 4 plus the 8, which is 16. So there you go, there's every single answer to last lesson. I also asked you to do a Manga High assessment, so or assignment. So hopefully you've had a go at doing that, getting as many marks as you can. You can obviously redo it a second time if you want to do better. There you go. I'm gonna set you some more now.